Libra, hello. Amanda here. Welcome to Unseen Hands Healing. This is going to be your February shift reading here. So for these readings, we're looking at the shape you are shifting out of, the shape you are shifting into in the month of February, and then what that shift looks and feels like. All right. So before we get into cards here, as I was focusing in on your energy, I saw an image of like a lake maybe, or a huge body of water that was frozen over, and I just saw this smooth surface of ice, like no obstacles in your path, nothing. I want to say the word encumbering for some reason, like nothing standing in your way, just smooth sailing from here on out. And I saw you with an ice skate, with ice skates on, and you had one ice skate on the ice and the other like trailing off behind you. You were bundled up, you had your scarf, and you were just like just sailing in the wind. And it just kind of felt blissful. It felt like nothing stands in your way. You weren't like skating. No, you were just gliding forward, almost as if like other forces were sort of just carrying you. You didn't even have to use your own momentum, really. It seemed like something else was just like guiding you, gliding you, carrying you forward. And there was this sort of like euphoric, just like I am sailing off into the horizon. And there was a real sense of not looking back. Like I kept sort of asking, okay, what happens now? You know, I'm just seeing Libra sailing off into the distance, but like, do they turn back? Like, are they going to do any figure eights? Like, are they going to get fancy with it? And it was like, no, I just kept seeing you forward, sailing, gliding effortlessly forward. And there was no turning back. There was no looking back. There was no going back to before. And it was as if you were like ice skating, gliding off into the horizon past the point of no return. And it felt really beautiful. That felt like a really, really good thing. And I saw the Five of Cups a bunch of times as I was pre-shuffling your deck. And the Five of Cups talks about leaving the past behind, like letting past emotions and feelings and heartbreak and loss, just leaving it all behind, turning around and going forward in a different direction. Okay, so let's get into cards, Libra. Let's see how this is playing out. We're going to ask, what is the shape Libra is shifting out of in February? This is the Slow Holler deck, by the way. What is the shape that Libra is shifting out of here in February? Okay, that's far too many cards. We're not going to take that many. But it is interesting, one of the cards that I'm looking at here, which we may end up taking actually. Yeah, I think we're supposed to take this because the Traveler of Branches or the Knight of Wands in this deck, it's like what we're looking at is a surface that's all cracked up. And especially opposed to the smooth, I was like drawn to how smooth the surface was that you were gliding on. That feels really important to note, that you may be turning from a time where the surface, the ground beneath you seemed to be kind of like cracking underfoot. I always see this card as like a chicken with its head cut off. You know, just like not really being able to see where you're going or know where you're going. It's sort of bull in a china shop. It's very like blah, 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 stomping around. And it's hard to know if like the surface was already cracked or if the person, this being's flailings and their hooves hitting the surface are cracking it. You know, it's like chicken or the egg. I think you're moving out of this energy, unfocused, yeah, just feeling like the surface beneath you keeps cracking everywhere you step. Okay, interesting. What is the shape that Libra is shifting into this February? What's the shape? Oh, okay, that leapt right out. The 9 of Stones. So many folks are getting this in February. 9 of Pentacles. Here's your shapeshift, Libra, so far. That feels nice, right? From, you know, the surface beneath you cracking wherever you step to you building a very firm foundation beneath you for you to stand on and like climb up to a high point to be able to see. Also, we're noticing like there's this sort of vineyard vibe happening behind this goat, and the goat is up here eating the fruits of its labor. So you're moving into stability. I mean, I would say that this 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Stones energy is very much smooth sailing, like I felt in your meditation. Like this idea that the surface you are standing on is so firm and strong and dense beneath you that you don't have to worry about it cracking. It's not thin. It's not unstable. It's like, oh yeah, this ice is so stable, so thick, and so smooth, it's going to take me effortlessly into my future. And I can see, like, part of what was in that meditation is like I could see just like wide open, expansive horizon that I'm sailing into. And that's kind of what I'm seeing in this 9 of Pentacles. And then this 9 of Stones energy is very much like you being exalted for your efforts and being able to enjoy the fruits of your labor because of all of the work that you've put in. Also notice like the cloudy skies here that you're shifting out of into like pure white light, like clear skies. It also feels like you're being seen. You're shining out here because of all the work you've put in, and people are seeing you enjoying the fruits of your labor, and you are also enjoying the fruits of your labor. I like this journey so far. Let's look at the shape, what that shape shift looks like for you. It's like you get your head on straight, you know? It's like there's something kind of, you know, we're moving from fire to earth. There's something kind of wily happening here that feels a little out of control. You know, it's like, and then you get your head on. You get your head back on here with the earth energy. A return to a semblance of stability here. Okay, what does this shapeshift look like for Libra? 2 more, please. Okay, that was quick. Lovely. Yeah, Libra, there's a sense of stability that's coming in that's allowing you to shed something from the past. Let me show you what I'm looking at. Okay, 3 of Stones, 8 of Stones, Visionary of Vessels. or Queen of Cups in the traditional tarot. Stones. What we're seeing here is essentially like, I see this, oh look, sailboat, smooth sailing. Smooth sailing. That's what I felt in that meditation, smooth sailing. I see the Three of Stones as planning for your future. This is sort of like a planner to me. And, you know, like, it's like, this is your journal, your planner, your sketchbook, the draft that you've been sketching, you know, the plans you've been drafting up for your future. Maybe this has to do with like a project or a work thing that you are working to build, but it's something about putting the stones in place to build a firm foundation for you to sail forth unencumbered. Okay, because I mean, check like the 8 and 9 of stones here. If in the 3 you are putting the pieces, the plans in place to create that stability for your future, for where you want to go next. It's like the 8 seems to be, what I see in this particular 8 of stones is like, you've put in all of this work down here. All 7 of these stones you have put in place in perfect balance. They're ready to go. And then it's like, you get a little help from the divine or from the unseen hands that now come in and place that final gold piece, that final keystone in place that lets you move into the stability that you have been wanting and working to build for yourself. Okay, but there is an element here. Remember how I said I kept seeing the 5 of Cups in your pre-shuffle, which talks about like, there's no turning back. There's no looking back now. You know, all of the pain and difficulty of the past that has left you kind of feeling like every surface beneath your feet seems to crack. It's like, once you build a strong foundation like this, you don't have to go back to that skating on thin ice, walking on broken glass, walking on eggshells energy. And so there is this element of shedding the emotions of the past. Because I see this as like someone drawing up a healing bath for themselves. And, you know, in this card, we're seeing an eye releasing the tears into this jar. And so it's like, okay, let's let go of any pain that we have held on to based on where you've been, Libra. Allowing that to go into this jar now to be like released and shed, releasing it from your body, releasing it from your psyche, releasing it from your heart and your spirit. Because it's like, you know, that ice skate, it's like where you're going, smooth sailing, where you're going, this kind of unstable, frustrating energy of the past can't come along. It can't come with you here on this next leg of your journey, which looks really, really beautiful. And it looks like you did this, Libra. That's what I want to say. It's like, you did this. You did it. That's what this feels like. Like, I just want to congratulate you. Like, you did it. You put these pieces in place, you know, co-creating, collaborating with spirit, with God, with the divine, with your higher self, whatever. It's like, you did it. And now release what you no longer need to carry with you. Like draw yourself up a big old cleansing, shedding bath. Let it all melt away, all of the tension from the past, because we're looking forward now. Whatever you set out to do here, it's like you are doing it. You have done it. There's a very strong sense of accomplishment that I'm picking up on here. Libra. Okay, we are going to get you a postcard from the liminal space to finish out this half of your February shift reading. So the reading will continue and extended on Patreon, all right? I'm gonna put a little preview at the end of this reading for you to view what we get into in the extended. We're gonna use some other decks here, the Dark Exact, Tarot, and really start to get more specific into what this is. You know, it's like, what is this past energy of feeling like the floor keeps cracking beneath you? What is that? And what plans have you been putting in place? And what have you been working so hard for that has set you up for success now and smooth sailing moving forward? Okay, so we're just gonna get some clarity on all of that and figure out what exactly this reading is talking about for you. So if that sounds like something that's interesting to you and you'd like to view that extended reading, click the link in the description box below and that will take you over to Patreon. Patreon is a community that I have created for folks that have been following my work for some time and are resonating with the readings that I'm offering. If that sounds like you, head on over to Patreon, check it out, read the full description that's over there that tells you all about how it works, and you can view that extended reading for February for your sign. Okay, so if you have any questions about Patreon, by the way, feel free to reach out to me. All right, Libra, I'm just noticing, first of all, before we even shuffle, bottom of the deck, you wished for this. I mean, that's what this feels like. I know it's not technically your birthday season, although there may be more than Libras watching this, but it seems to me that like, I'm gonna take it because it's like, it's your birthday. It's your birthday, Libra. You know, that's kind of the energy here, is like you wished for this. Not only did you wish for this, you freaking worked for this. You worked for this and now it's here. Relish, you know, relish, celebrate. Allow yourself to be celebrated. Okay. What is the guidance here for Libra in February? Oof, what a time to be alive. I mean, yeah, Libra, here it is. This is exactly it. This is you sitting up on that high point looking out over the absolute endless possibilities on the horizon of a new life. I mean, God, this feels like a new life that you have built for yourself. I just want to cry. It feels so... Look at that. You've climbed up your own mountain to the high point, and now you can see everything you've worked for and how it's brought you to where you are now. And that's exactly what we're seeing in this card as well. There's a dawn of a new day here for you, Libra, and God, what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Okay. Libra, I am so excited to dive into the extended on this. So maybe I'll see you over on Patreon and we can join each other there. But regardless, Libra, thank you so much for tuning in here in February. If you're enjoying this reading and if you're liking the work that I'm offering, please do click that like button, subscribe to the channel. It just helps us to grow here on YouTube. Okay. Libra, take care. I'll talk to you soon. They're like, now you're on your path. You have now got like everything in your life has brought you to this point, this choice point where you step through this doorway and it's like you are on your path now to your destiny, or there's like more of a sense of accomplishment, like you've done it. You did it. You know, like you stepped into your North Node. You stepped into, you followed your North Star, your navigator, your higher self, your soul, essentially, all the way here to this high point, this peak. It's a peak, you know? This is a peak moment for you. And you're just like, look at the same energy here. You're just like, you're at the top of this peak, just like shining like a star.